Today is the 26th of May, and this is part 8 of a slightly shambolic shuffle around the 2024 Enfield Pageant of Motoring. I do apologise in advance if there's any noise. Fortunately, we've got an aero engine in the background and also a live stage, and so there's nothing I can do about it. I've already had a copyright notification for one of the parts. I'm far more annoyed about this background noise than you are. There's nothing I can do about it. Just stop watching now if it bothers you. Anyway, let's have a look at this Cadillac, 1939 Cadillac Fleetwood. It's absolutely huge, this. I don't know if it's actually similar to the thing that appears in Dr. No that chases Sean Connery through Jamaica. I think it might be actually a different thing than this. Same sort of era though. 1955 Ford Thunderbird, which does look rather nice. Such a handsome little car in its original form like this. 1967-68 Ford Mustang. I'm sure somebody in the comment section below will tell me exactly which year this is. Unfortunately, I'm not very good with Mustangs, and so I have to go by the plate that's on it. I have seen this somewhere before, actually. I can't remember where. This Mercury Comet, which is a 73-74 and an M. Afraid, yeah, I'm not very au fait with these. I don't think they ever sold these over here, of course. Then a 57 Chevy Bel Air, one of the most classic American cars ever made. Also in this two-door form in this particular colour. It's about as good as it gets, isn't it? They're fantastic. Then Mercury Cougar XR7, 1970-172 on a K. A bit later than a 1, but it's on Her Majesty's Secret Service, which is a fantastic film, and it's for sale. 07804870817. Then a 1930 Ford Model A. These extra plates that a lot of American cars use with the year on them are very useful to someone like me. And then we've got a sort of Ratlook tow truck. I think we've got a information sheet here. 1941 Chevy 1.5 ton tipper. I'm not sure we can talk about that actually, viewers, if you don't have the information sheet, but we will continue. This, I think, is something like an Austin A40 Devon or something like that.
Thank you very much indeed, Mayor. Thank you.
But that's not an Austin A40 engine under there. We'll take a little peek under there. Yeah, don't know what that is actually. And then we've got a very nice Chevy pickup from, I think that's from the early 50s. You're probably asking the wrong person to give you any sensible information about any American cars at all, really, but I'll try my best. Then a 1964 Ford Galaxy 500, which is a lot sort of less ornamented than this slightly earlier 1958 Oldsmobile Rocket 88. Look at the styling of this, look at the colour of this, look at all the chrome, the size of it. Absolutely, utterly extraordinary thing. Then Chevy Astro van, we saw a GMC Safari yesterday, which was its twin, 1995-1996. 1957 Cadillac Sedan DeVille. Obviously by 59 the fenders of Cadillacs had got even larger than this. This is a sort of relatively sedate looking Cadillac by some standards, although not by mine. Then we've got I think this is a Ford Sunliner actually. This is absolutely huge. I think it's like 60 or 61. Just vast thing. Then another Ford here, Ford Park Lane. I think this will be 57, 58. It says Thunderbird on the front of there, but obviously not a Thunderbird, is it? Then we've got I think a sort of 55 Cadillac, this one is, just from memory. Next to a Lincoln Town Car, which looks, I mean, it's still massive, but it's a lot smaller than either of the things next to it are. This is the signature series of Town Car. That'll be sort of 87, 88 on a it's come from Orlando, Florida. Look at the back of this Cadillac with a Continental kit on it. Then something absolutely huge. This is a Ford LTD Country Squire from 1977, and just look at this fake wood on the side of it, absolutely enormous, bigger than the town car, which is not really a car suitable for town use anyway, and hidden headlamps. Amazing. It has just round here viewers, and be careful, don't get too covered in mud. Now, with these club stands here, there's so much noise and things like that. I'm only going to pick out with these the cars that I definitely didn't see yesterday, because otherwise we're just going to repeat ourselves far too much. This Stag, I don't think we necessarily saw this yesterday. It's an unusual colour. I can't remember the name of it. Somebody in the comment section, I'm sure, will tell me the name of this colour. British Owned actually did have some pretty nice colours back in the day that they used. 73, 74. And then we've got this insane Capri here, 5 litre V8 Mark III Capri. Probably an American V8, I imagine. Automatic transmission. There we go. Definitely not standard thing, whatever on earth is in there. The largest engine you can get in one of these originally was a 3 litre Essex V6. So another Stag 72, 73. I think we saw this yesterday actually. I imagine these two cars must be owned by people who know each other. The number plates are so similar. SL600. There we go. Facelifted R129SL. And then the earlier R107 type. And then a very, very interesting looking E30 BMW 3 Series Cabriolet with that sort of Alpina wheels. Judgment set to 93, so I believe it. And there's the 500 SL there. Those we saw yesterday actually. This thing, gosh, big international truck thing. Then DS, we saw that yesterday. Saw that convertible yesterday, and also the Strada Abarth we saw yesterday. What we didn't see unusually is this 2001 to 2 MGF. It's a very late one, this actually. They finished production I think February 2002, and that would correspond with that sort of time. But more importantly than that though, viewers, we've got a beige leather interior with wood. That's a lot nicer than a standard MGF interior. I think that's a custom one actually. Then next to it we've got an S204 Mercedes-Benz C-Class. It's not just any one of these though. It's a V6 supercharged one. I think I've seen one of those before actually. I don't believe I have. A C32 AMG, no wonder. We saw this yesterday, but there's no harm in taking another look. About 1992 Jaguar XJS V12. Just after they removed the bar from the XJS, it was actually a hyphen S name until 1991. So maybe 92. Dark green, beige leather interior with wood and piping, twin exhausts. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Where do I buy one? Sometimes I really enjoy doing these Shambolic Shuffles, viewers, and today's the day. Saw this yesterday as well. Jaguar XJC with the 4.2 engine, 75-76, the same year as the big cat from the New Avengers, as I'm sure some of you will be screaming at your screens right now and telling me about. I know, I've been a fan of the New Avengers since 1995. Right, so Saab 900 Turbo, late one, with the aero wheels. Never to Turbo S for Turbo 16, and just now to Turbo. 91, 92 on a J. And then this Chevy C10 thing, I do believe that we saw this yesterday. 65 C10, there we go. It's Afro Classics standing here again today. It looks a bit different from yesterday actually. It's been a different range of cars. I think we'll just walk along the front actually, because we've seen a lot of these before. So 2010 to 2011 Saab 9.3 convertible. It's one of the few cars actually on display today, but it's not over 40 years old, but ultra emission zone compliant. See, this Golf Mark 4 V5 probably is ultra emission zone compliant as well. Apart from that, most of the people who were here have had to pay to actually get their cars in the event, because we're inside the ultra emission zone, and the vast majority of cars on display, maybe younger ones, after 1983, are actually not compliant, so you've got to pay £12.50 a day. Thank you, Mayor of London, for ruining all the events that happened in London for classic cars. Anyway, 2003 Porsche Boxer will be ultimately compliant, and we can also talk about this Land Rover Defender, because this is a 1999. It's a V8, wonderful. Mission Zone compliant Aston Martin. I think this is a DB7. I've driven one of these actually. I drove it on a track. I wasn't allowed to film it, which was a shame. Sorry, that's an advantage. I get very confused about these. Definitely not compliant is this BMW E30 convertible. I believe that person built right in front of the park. Then a couple of Stags. This is a very late one, 1977. Earlier one here. Oh, another 1977. Maybe we didn't see those before. I can't be able to look through my footage now and take a look. Chrysler Crossfire. 2007. I think we finished importing them around 2008. Now all these, a lot of them have engines we can't talk about because the mayor doesn't like them. So this one's alright though. It's a 5.7 Hemi V8 engine, which is good. These are known as a Dodge Magnum in America. They're known as the 300C State over here. That one on the right we can't talk about. This one is an SRT8. I think we're safe with this one. Has some absolutely ridiculous amount of power in it. Based on the same chassis as one of the older Mercedes-Benz E-classes, I think these ones are. People like to modify them and give Bentley grills and all sorts of things. This is the SRT, so again that will have a nice V8 in it. Or I hope so. That's a later model. We'll have to just be very careful about the rest of these because, again, things falling foul of the Mayor's approval, we don't discuss on this channel, I'm afraid, viewers. He says we can't. Right, let's just go sort of around the front of these, just in case, we have found something that's not able to be discussed. Just keep quiet in case we make any indiscretions. And then I've just seen there's some nice things we can discuss, that one we can't, on the Ford Granada stand. This one wasn't here yesterday. 1981 to 82 Ford Granada Mark II facelift. Probably a 2.8 gear. That's an executive interior. I didn't think they made the executives as late as as early as this. I think the executives were sort of 84, 85 only. So that's got an executive interior in it, which is nice. Because the Mark II facelifts didn't normally come with a leather interior unless it wasn't executive. Another Gear X with Mark III Scorpio Cosworth wheels on it. That's got the blue Chatsworth interior and a Type 9 5-speed gearbox. Manuals are quite rare actually for the 2.8 Cologne, so normally automatic. That's actually got a Cosworth engine, so presumably it's a 2.9 from a Mark III Granada Scorpio in there. Ooh, very nice. A Mark I 3-litre gear coupe. I think these are the standard alloys for it. Most of them are automatics. You could get a manual, but they're quite rare. 76, 77. With the estate, we're going to have to walk around the other way. Those two at the back there, we saw them yesterday actually, so we won't cover those again. Yeah, so late Mark II facelift, 84, 85 on a B. I don't think that's a gear actually. Give me interior, that might be like an L or a GL or something. It's actually got the original either gear or TRX alloys on it. The TRX alloys are virtually possible to get tyres for. They're same conditions in like a Ferrari Mondial, which again have the same sort of TRX type wheels on them. That's why they're difficult to get tyres for. That one is a 83, 84. I think we saw this yesterday, but anyway, we're going to have a look at it anyway, because this is, I think, a 2.3 gear pre-facelift. Oh, sorry, 2.8. 2.3 was about the green one under there. I'm confused really. Let's get out of here before I make any more mistakes, which I'm prone to do massively at this event. This BMW wasn't here yesterday, and neither was this Mercedes SL. The two Audis were, and the Discoveries, well, we're going to have to avoid those because they cannot be discussed around here. Then we're going to go on to this Beetle convertible, 2006. Well, yes, that one's fine. Again, we're just going to go through these quickly. I'm sure you can see most of it yesterday. 67 Mustang from Nevada. Current generation Shelby GT350 Mustang. 1972-73 Mustang, which I'm not. Did it have the convertible roof off? Yes, it's always yesterday. Q code, high performance model. And then we've got this one here, this fastback from, I think it's a 66. Whatever reason, the Mercedes-Benz stand is a bit different today. For one, they've got this 1955 Chevy Bel Air on it, which is nice to see. I didn't expect to see it on a Mercedes stand, but you know, there we go. Excellent. Then a 280 CE. This is the C123 type. Would be, I imagine, around 1980, something like that. Very nice looking car. This one wasn't here yesterday. 220 automatic. I think these are called W114 type. These are the sort of type that used to become, you know, incredibly popular as taxis all over the place. Replaced the Fintails, I think about 67, 68 perhaps. Information sheet here, I should have read that beforehand. Yeah, oh, it's a 115, okay. It's a 1969. They were expensive at the time, that's absolutely true, it's what it says on there. That one we saw yesterday. This one, I think we did. This one I don't think we did. This CLK, this is a V8. Interesting. The only one I've ever driven one of these was a 200 compressor. That's a CLK 55 AMG 2001 to 2. This generation of S-Class wasn't here yesterday. There's actually quite a few changes on this particular stand. So it's worth having another look at it. And then this wasn't here yesterday either. 1989 Mercedes-Benz 300 CE, 3-litre turbo conversion by Turbo Technics, who, if you remember, did those Capris, didn't they, back in the day? Excellent. AMG badge and everything. I'm not sure this was here yesterday either. This is a C124. This would be quite a late one. It'd be very, very early. First of the sort of E-Class line. This is E3 on the back, which is incredibly confusing. Never mind. 94, 95, and then this 300 SL, but I don't think this is here yesterday either. 89 to 90. This is one of the absolute last of the line of these. I think they finished production in 89, so it would be an 89. Wonderful. Actually, I'm not sure that this was here yesterday either. This 2.6 litre 190E. I think this is before 1990 actually. It's not got the Sacco body cladding on it. Mono wiper action, of course. 1987 Mercedes-Benz W124. Could be an 88 actually, with a mobile phone in there. It's another AMG model with sort of customised beige leather interior. There is the car phone, and There's all the wood. Excellent. One thing I didn't notice yesterday about the Taxi Association stand was that this particular one is very close in registration number to the one used in Strange Report. That's probably not the same one, but there we go. 1979 Mark II Ford Transit pickup, next to one of its rivals at the time, 1980-1981 Bedford CF. I think 230 designates that this has the 2.3 slant 4 engine in it, which many of them did. That one Mr. Ritson drove in Furious Driving, which I did see actually last weekend. That one has the 2.3 slant 4 in it. That is the facelift. That one there is the pre-facelift. Right, I think this is a completely new stand for today. I'm glad I came back then in that case, this alone, because we have some very, very tasty Allegros on here. This is where the Princess stand, wasn't it? It was here. So a Series 2 Allegro, 1978 to 9 on a T. What's the betting this is something like a 1300 Super? Oh, it's an 1100 Deluxe. Completely wrong. Never promised the information in the video was correct, did I? Series 3 Allegro, this one, 2 Estate. I have driven a Series 2 Estate. I quite enjoyed it actually. I've driven a 1300 Super Deluxe from 1974, a 1979 1500 Estate, and a 76 Vanden Plas 1500. And before you get annoyed with me, there are 3 completely acceptable pronunciations of Vanden Plas. They're all correct. Please do not put it in the comments. I will remove it. Thank you. This particular Allegro Estate, 1980-1981, on a W. It's a 1.3 HL. They look quite different actually from the Series 2, Series 3s. That one is Vermilion, is the name of that colour. This is an early Allegro, Series 1. It'd be a 75 actually, on a P. See on the back what specification this one is. Just says Super. Not very helpful really. For some reason we've got a couple other cars on this stand as well. I'm not versed seeing them here. They're both very nice. BMW 2002 Touring, 72-73 on it now. And then we have this late Morris 1000 Traveller, 68-69 on a G. But viewers, now this is better, isn't it? This is very, very, very nice. A very lovely Vanden Plas 1500, 77-78 on an S in brown with a beige leather interior. I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers. These were hand finished at the works in Kingsbury, in a completely different seat, soundproofing, rim embellishes, the lot. It's such a nice car to drive those. And then we have an Allegro LE limited edition. I believe this is the sort of 78. Yeah, 78. Allegro Special LE. Wonderful. Bournemouth plate actually on that, LJ. And then we've got this is an immaculate one, this one. 1976 Allegro 1100 Deluxe, completely original. So almost the bottom of the range, but delicious nevertheless. They're not nearly as bad to drive, these cars, as people tell you. They're actually really nice. That Mondeo ST220 I saw yesterday, still for sale. This stand here is so much smaller than it was yesterday. It's only got 3 cars on it. Now, I've never seen that many before. Have a look at this Riley RM while there's not much else going on, I suppose. It's a much emptier event today than it was yesterday, due to the weather, I think. This one is an RMC from 1950. Rileys were such nice cars. Ever so nice. It's just, unfortunately, by the late 60s, they were just badge engineered versions of other BMC and then later BL cars, and so there wasn't really enough room in the portfolio for all these marks, Wolseley, Vanden Plas, Riley, and so they discontinued them, which is a shame because I would have liked to own a Riley Casper at some point in my life. Maybe I will, I don't know. Anyway, 7374 Rover P6 3500 with a nice vinyl roof. Nice BMW E30. We've seen that one before, haven't we? Full V8 pilots, and then we've got something I didn't see this yesterday, I don't think. 40s, I think, American Ford pickup. There's a rat look going on. Underneath, I imagine that's immaculate. So we saw some of those V8 pilots yesterday, and then yeah, probably saw those BMWs. Oh, I have just spotted one of them that I don't think we did see, which is this. I think they called it the 1 Series M or 1N. That is that's in really nice condition actually. That thing looks really, really quick. Yeah, wonderful. 1967 Morris Minor 1000 2-door saloon. Someone's brave weather in this as opposed to all the other miners that were here, which didn't come back. Amazingly, this is one of the few stands where there's more cars on them yesterday. The Datsun Nissan Classic Car Club, formerly known as the 300C Owners Club, they've got more cars, including this 300C here, formerly used, I assume, by the Japanese embassy. Imagine that'll be sort of an 85 or 86, something like that. This Bluebird was not here yesterday. I quite like this actually, viewers. I like that quite a lot. I get confused whether this is a T12 272. Again, sort of 87, 88, but the crossover year I think was 88 for these. But that is very nice. That one we saw yesterday belongs to a gentleman I know, Andrew. I hope at some point I get to drive it, viewers. Would be nice. I only did a walk around of it last year when I was at Nebworth Classic Car Show, which also has annoying music and announcements, which is a shame. I thought Costanza had left, but it's actually come and been part of the stand here. We can have a look at the inside. Just extraordinary car. Just amazing to see something this rare that's here. And then this sort of Cedric Brome. Again, we saw that yesterday. Got some nice Fords on this stand, viewers, and a lot of you like classic Fords, and so do I. 1978, possibly 79 actually on a T, Ford Escort RS 2000 Mark II. And yes, I'm getting the professional vibes of that, and you are too. 1984, 1985 Ford Granada 2.8 injection gear X. Yes, viewers. Do we have the front spoiler on this? Oh yes, we do. As I drove one of these in a state form in 2019, I've been rather fond of these. I do want to drive an automatic version at some point though, because the manuals aren't the easiest gearboxes to use in my opinion. 84 to 85, again it's probably a 2.8 gear X. Oh, it's an executive. Oh, it's got a beige leather interior with wood. The ultimate Mark II Granada. Very, very nice indeed, viewers. And then a real rarity here, 1983 to 1984, Ford Granada 2.8 injection sport estate. Known as the injection sports by people who like these cars. Very, very nice, viewers. And that's explained too. 1992, 1993, Ford Granada Mark III Scorpio. Yes, in this country, Scorpio was just a trim level, it wasn't the name of the whole car. That is, got the 24 valve engine in it. A bit faster than the Mark III Granada that I drove last month. 1974-75 Ford Granada Mark I gear automatic. It's probably a 3 litre. And yes, that is the same colour as the one used in the Sweeney, which is a console rather than a Granada. Next to it, another Mark I gear, this time 76-77. Look at that velour interior. Someone's fitted a 5-speed gearbox to that. They weren't available on the Mark 1s. Mark 3 Ford Mondeo ST220. Someone's offered me one of those for review actually, so I'm going to have a go in one of those soon. Manual, yes indeed, a rare specification. Another very nice 2.8 Gear X injection here with I think, don't hold me to it because I think those are off a Mark 3 as well, those wheels. Oh, we are having a nice time today, viewers. And then 677 Mark 1 Coupe. Did we see this last weekend at the Chiltern Hills Rally? Possibly we did. This one's an auto. Most of the coupes were. They're all 3-litre gears in this country. And then the thing we saw yesterday, extremely early, facelifted Mark 1 Granada 3-litre gear. I think a June 74 was that about the kind of earliest that you can get a facelifted Mark 1 Granada 4, and again it's the same colour as the one used in the Sweeney. Yes, I know. Very, very nice indeed. So thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below, and we shall see you again shortly for some more incorrect information.